trailer.
Yo, I just watched it this afternoon.
And
It looks pretty sick.
Oh my god, this one is some goodies, man.
Yeah, it does.
Excelsior!
Oh, we got the new Cross the Spider-Verse trailer.
Yo, I just watched it this afternoon.
And
It looks pretty sick.
Oh my god, this one is some goodies, man.
Yeah, it does.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and we've got two amazing characters who seem to be the main characters. Of course, we have Miles Morales, created by Brian Michael Bendis and Sarah Pichelli. And
Oh my-
we have Miguel O'Hara, who is created by Rick Leonardi and the great Peter David.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to say this. The fact that they did Spot and they did
Yeah.
so well is fantastic.
the animation
It's-
in this is
It
amazing.
looked like Spot was pooping spots out of his stomach. I wasn't sure
Oh.
what was going on there.
It's bread.
He was
Yeah.
eating bread, man.
Oh,
There were loaves of bread coming out of
It's
his
a
stomach.
literal loaf of wrapped bread coming
I gotcha.
out of the
Yep.
little portal.
And it's funny because in the Ultimate Universe, they only showed Spot for one time, but they have it like his spots are like lava lamped. So I wonder if they might do some of that. That would be cool. But there was a few Spider-Man here that I did not expect to see. I'm pretty sure we saw for a hot second Spider-Man India in here.
I mean, there's like hundreds of
I know, but
Yeah.
there is one
And it goes
that I got
really fast.
super hyped about because a friend of mine showed it to me, and I was like, yes. But I'm really curious about Miguel being kind of, I wouldn't exactly say the bad guy, but kind of like the bad cop.
He's definitely the antagonist from what they showed in the
Yeah.
trailer.
And I was like, man, what happened to 2099 that you're this? I mean, Miguel's kind of douchey, but
Yeah, he
like,
always has been.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Miguel is a hero, but he's that. All right, well, okay, well, we'll call this guy. I'm not thrilled about it, but okay.
Well,
It's sort of like if Nicolas Cage actually played regular Spider-Man. He's like, oh, no fucking way. Like, that's Miguel O'Hara.
Pretty
Jason
much.
says, I can't wait for the new Spider-Verse movie. It's going to be lit. Also, from what I read, there's going to be a big baddie that, from my understanding, there's like a main evil that, Miles wants to go conquer, but the rest of them are like trying to stop Miles from conquering.
Mm.
Well, maybe from what it seemed to me was that, they were talking about like things need to happen. It seemed like it was he needs to let his father die, and that's what he's trying to prevent from happening, and that's why
Yeah.
Miguel is the antagonist, because he's trying to prevent him from stopping his father's death. Boom.
Right. That makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure I read that at the very least a secondary story that it's also a
Yeah.
romance story.
Yeah, I figure if there's a bigger like arch nemesis to be seen, it'll probably
Yo,
be in the
Peter
second.
as a dad, like that was so cute. And then also to reference him in the same context as Peter it's this MC2 universe, because he had a kid who then is, a wall crawler. So I was like,
it's not really the MC2, because that baby's name is Riley, which he took from Aunt May's maiden name. That's actually
I know, but I'm just saying,
Riley.
I know, Brandon. I'm just saying I noticed the parallels.
Gotcha. Yeah, because if it were actual MCU, she'd be Mayday Parker, like she'd be little May.
I know,
Yeah,
Right.
that would be fucking dope too. Like, holy shit.
right?
It'll probably pop up. I would not be surprised at some point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Leo keeps going slower. There was one spider that they showed, and I was so pumped. I don't mind saying it for everybody. Wait, keep going, Leo. Just very slow.
Very slowly.
Very slowly.
Do it.
Too fast.
Do some more. Better slow.
And then you got Gwen, you got 2099. This was, and I'm fairly certain
this is
that
cool right
one in
here.
the center, because that's the Activision, that's the Spider-Man the game, the PS4
Yeah.
5 one. That one I think is the 2001 on the left. That's the Neil Patrick Harris MTV Spider-Man, and I think the middle one is Spider-Man
or the-
Unlimited.
This
The one from Counter Earth.
This one could be from the video game as well, possibly, because there's a like cell shaded. Actually, no, it doesn't have that much blue though.
Does look like
this-
Spider-Man.
That could be from the Ultimate Spider-Man video game,
Maybe.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
they-
good call, Brandon.
because it looks an awful lot like the cell shaded animation they did for that.
Yeah. This one's
Yeah.
the PS4, PS5 game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carrie
yeah.
says, just getting my Bendis on heavy ATM. This
At the moment.
at the moment.
can't
This
see
makes
him.
me happy. I'm gonna have to make sure with you guys it's seizure friendly.
Yeah, the first one is very seizure inducing for those who have those issues.
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably suspect
Yeah,
that
and
that
then-
one is going to be
Yeah, but
as
Leo,
well.
there's one spider. Keep going. There's I want to definitely want to
This
just
shit was
showcase.
hilarious. This whole thing, that's a fucking riot.
What?
Yeah,
Did I miss it? Cause it was. I guess I must have missed it. The Scarlet Spider shows up. The original
Riley?
Ben Riley,
Ben
Yeah,
Riley,
it's-
the clone.
the clone Ben Riley. And I was like, oh my god! And it was hoodie, blue hoodie, red suit. He had his web cartridges on the outside. I was like, yo, no, Leo, it's fine, it's fine.
It's all good.
He's gonna keep going till he finds it, and I appreciate this man.
So
But,
essentially,
I think Spider-Man.
it sounds like we're all pretty excited for this movie because I think the first one was hands
I was
down.
caught off guard how much I liked the first one. I'm not
Oh,
like
yeah.
a huge
I wasn't.
Spider-Verse person.
Oh my god! And that Stanley
was
moment.
just
Holy
great.
shit.
They make comic book movies fun,
Yeah,
and that's what they should be.
I read all of Ultimate Spider-Man and followed through when Miles Morales took over the role
Yep.
as well. And so I mean, I genuinely like the character anyway. So my interest was piqued when they came out with the first one, especially because never mind the fact that Miles was going to be the main character of it, and that character deserves his due propers. But the animation style was so unique to what it was. And then when I actually saw it, I really appreciated the detail in the animation, the difference between like Peter and Miles for the majority of the movie. Because until Miles really starts getting into a groove and understanding how to like use his abilities a bit more, he moves at completely different frame rate than Peter when they're
Mhm.
going through.
Small
Um,
people.
Yeah, so Peter's movements are a lot more like fluid in Miles because of the fact that they slowed down the frame rate for him. He's like kind of jerky and bumpy and swinging into trees. Like it works very well.
Right.
I was so impressed.
There.
I agree.
And then
And
hopefully the soundtrack.
Do we know? Is it the same creative team, Brandon? Do we know?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It is.
I mean, it
yeah.
looks like it from the trailer, but I didn't know if they're just trying to emulate the other guy's style.
No, they can't had him come right back in, and that's how they developed the story to be split for this movie and the subsequent one.
Yep.
After. So
Beyond-
all consistent as a creative team throughout, which is always a plus. Always.
Agreed. And Brandon, that's why I was so glad when we read Spider-Man. I said, like, you read Spider-Man, you really saw a lot of that Peter Miles dynamic that then Spider-Verse replicated. And
100%. Yeah. If you read that, you
We
were
did.
halfway. You were halfway to what the movie was, but they still. I mean, they really hit the nail on the head. They did. Even if you were familiar with any of the comics goings on with the character, that was such a fresh, unique take altogether that if one had a problem with it, I could not wrap my head around it if they told
Thank
me.
you.
I would,
Agreed.
yeah.